Childbirth is fucking crazy. I mean, I made love with somebody that I love intentionally to make a human being. And a little spermie from me made it all the way through a very inhospitable environment through the vagina. And maybe a couple of them, or hundreds or thousands, I don't know, made it to the egg. But it's the egg that selects the sperm. So there could be like a bunch of spermies like at the egg ready. An egg will just pick one of them, and like the rest of them just get vaporized. And then like that does this whole like I forget the science class, zygotes and all sorts of stuff, and then there's just this like period of it's a clump of cells, and then it implants. You know, the egg has to travel up. I'm totally butchering all this, but it's a miracle. The egg has to travel through the fallopian tube into the uterus, implant, and then it goes from a gestational sac to creating, you know, the mother's making a placenta, which is another organ. Like, she grows an entire other organ, and her uterus, which is like less than the size of a fist, ends up expanding to grow an entire, 6 to 10 pound human being. For 9 months, she's just growing this human being inside of her. And it, like, there's so many things that could go wrong. But like, the likelihood of those is very slim. But it's like the chance of it going right, it just seems like everything is against, like the odds are against it. But yet it's one of the most normal things that happens. Everybody is born that's alive. And so many women give birth. And then the cervix contracts and opens from 0 centimeters all the way up to 10 centimeters in the course of 3 to 36 hours through hormonal changes that the baby initiates. Usually the baby initiates that, but it can be obviously initiated externally. It's like the baby lets us know whenever it's ready. And then, I just delivered our child out of her vagina last night. That was the craziest shit ever. I saw like the labor was going really good, and then it kind of like seemed like it was stalling a little bit, and I was like, why don't we go on the staircase? Why don't we go on the staircase, get some movement? And that movement was the thing that really got things going. There's like 2 state cops right here. Oh my god. That movement was the thing. Like, she's on the staircase having contractions, and she has a contraction, and I look and I'm like, I see his head with hair. Like, that's his head. His head is like right there. And we both got a lot of adrenaline. And this was a total of like a 18-hour labor. I think 18, yeah. 18 and a half. 4 a.m. to 10:24 p.m. And it was probably within 20 contractions that she gave birth. And like, I'm kind of going all over the place, but like the point I'm trying to get across in this ramble is that, these things like seem miraculous, and like the odds are against everything. Like, 200,000 sperm, one is chosen. Like And then there's like all these other things in life where it's just like the position of the earth towards in relation to the sun, just close enough that we don't freeze to death, and just far enough away that we're not cooked alive, and that we have this perfect atmosphere that protects us from all these radiations and solar flares. And you know, I'm looking out right now, it's snowing, and it's like just that the earth rotating around the sun throughout the year has this I think it's the precession of the equinox, where the tilt of the earth wobbles throughout the year, and it just tilts so much that it's just far enough away that this water-based planet has this precipitation called snow that forms these perfect little crystals that if you look at them under a microscope, I mean, they are freaking gorgeous. And it's like, you know, a lot of that stuff, like, you know, the position of the sun and the earth and all that, and like whatever, evolution or, you know, whatever origin story, you know, the chances, the odds, like everything just seems insane. Like how could this even happen? How am I even recording this video on this phone while I'm driving a vehicle, like in my human body? All of it seems like totally impossible, but like it really didn't hit me. I mean, I definitely see miracles every day, like the insane Clown Posse song, Miracles. If you haven't listened to that song, check it out. It's hilarious. I never really got that personal experience of like the everyday miracle until we just made and delivered a baby. Like, that got real personal. And it just makes me realize that, like, everything is a fucking miracle. Against all odds, yet everything is flourishing. Like, we live on this beautiful, beautiful planet teeming with life. Against all odds, here we all are. So yeah, that's what I got. Thanks for listening. I just delivered our baby last night. I am glowing right now and sleep deprived and just full of joy. I hope that you all are having a good day too.